Good morning, children. Today, we are going to start the second chapter of your first flight, that is Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. On the screen, you can see the face of this great personality, Nelson Mandela. Now, Nelson Mandela, this chapter, Long Walk to Freedom, is part of the autobiography. You know what is autobiography? Autobiography is a book written by the same person. The person writes about his own life in the book and explains everything about his own life, what he feels, what happens, everything. That book is known as autobiography. And this Long Walk to Freedom, this chapter is a smallest part of that book. And this chapter explains everything about Nelson Mandela. Now, Nelson Mandela, he was addressed as Madiba. Madiba because he belongs to Xhosa clan. Xhosa is a name of clan, a group, a community. And in that community, the people of that community, they addressed him as Madiba. He belonged to the Thembu royal family. And why this personality is a very important personality? Because he is the first black president of South Africa. Now, black means Negro. Now, Negro means black color. And you know, in South Africa, there were two type of people, two color of people, people of two complexion. One, white color, and second, black color. Now, white color people were ruling black color people. And this system was known as apartheid. This system was known as apartheid. This apartheid is the policy of racial discrimination. So Nelson Mandela, he struggled, he fought throughout his life for the abolition of this policy. The policy which was based on the color of the skin. And when he observed that his people were suffering because of this policy, racial discrimination, so he decided to fight against that policy, and so he served his nation, and he was in the prison for 27 years. And because he served, he abolished that system and he helped his people, so he is known as the father of nation in South Africa. Just like we call our Mahatma Gandhi as father of our nation, because Mahatma Gandhi fought for the freedom of India. Like that, Nelson Mandela also fought for the freedom of his people from apartheid, the racial discrimination. Now, this chapter explains about the most important day of South Africa, and the day is 10th May, and this 10th May is 10th May of 1994, the day of oath, the day when Nelson Mandela was going to take the oath as the president of South Africa. So now we will start the chapter. The first para, the starting para of your chapter, I'm going to read 10th May. You can see on the screen, and you also sit with your textbook. Okay, this paragraph is given on page number 17. So I'm going to read that. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respect before the inauguration. Now, this paragraph explain the day, the 10th May, the day of oath. And Nelson Mandela explained that that day was very clear, bright, full of hope, right? And because that day was the day of oath, so from few days, Nelson Mandela says that he had been besieged means surrounded closely by, means people, the dignitaries and the world leaders were started coming to that place to witness, to pay the respect to the inauguration of that moment. Why that moment so important? Because that was the day where South African people got freedom from the racial discrimination. Okay, so all the dignitaries and the world leaders were coming there, gathering there to pay their respect before the inauguration. Now, from the picture also you can see different leaders, they were coming and shaking hand. Okay. Now, where they are gathering? The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre, an open-air theatre formed by Union Building in Pretoria. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre. Amphitheatre, you can see in the textbook the meaning: a building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in steps. Now you see the picture on the screen. This picture shows the building amphitheatre. Now the front portion, see after the statue, that portion is an open space. There was no roof on that. In that area there was this ceremony. Okay, so this is what amphitheatre. This was made of sandstone. Clear? So the ceremonies took place in this amphitheatre, which was where? In Pretoria. Pretoria is the name of the place. You can see the picture very clearly from the screen. You can see the picture. You can see the statue, the building at the back, and the space, the open space in front of the building. That is what the place where the ceremony took place. Now, for decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nation for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. For decades, decade means the period of 10 years. It's not one decade, it's decades, means number of 10 years. Long period, very, very long period. This building, this amphitheatre was the seat of, reserved for, only for white supremacy, means only for white people. Whenever there was any ceremony, whenever there was any function, anything, only white people were gathering there from many, many years. And now on 10th May, it was the site of a rainbow. Rainbow means colors, collection of color, different colors. Okay, so here people of different colors. Color means here white also, brown also, black also, like that. So it was the site. Site means scene. It was the scene of a rainbow gathering of different colors. People of different colors gathering there. People from different nation gathering there. Why? For the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Means this was the time when Nelson Mandela was going to take the oath, and that day, that was the first time that democratic and non-racial government was getting installed. There was an installation of first democratic non-racial government in South Africa. And so all the dignitaries, all the important leaders was gathering there to respect the change, to welcome the change in South Africa. Now here from the picture you can see the lady there. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani. Zenani, name of daughter. Now here in this line you can see that circle on autumn. Now why this word is circle here? Autumn, like if you see the date is 10th May 1994. 10th May. May means summer season. In India we have summer season, but because this South Africa that belongs to, we are in northern hemisphere and South Africa is in southern hemisphere. So whatever weather we have, it southern hemisphere there was opposite of that. Okay, so we have summer season, and there it was going to be winter, and before winter there was autumn. So that's why this the Nelson Mandela has written this word autumn day. On that lovely autumn day, Nelson Mandela was accompanied, means who was with him? His daughter Zenani. On the podium, that is on the stage, Dr. D. Clark. You can see the name in the textbook, Dr. D. Clark, or you can say Dr. The Clark, was first sworn in as second deputy president. He took the oath as second deputy president. Okay. Then Thabo Mbeki, he was sworn in as first deputy president. He took the oath as first deputy president. Okay. Now here, when I'm reading from the textbook. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. When it was my turn, Nelson Mandela said, now after D. Clark and after Becky, now it was my turn to take the oath. So I promise that I will obey and uphold. Uphold means to keep up, to maintain, to follow, to respect the Constitution. Now you know what is Constitution? Constitution is the book of rules and regulation. The book which according to which everything is getting conducted in the country. Everything, all the rules, all the regulations, all the administrative system, the method, everything was written. Then whole country rules move according to that constitution. So every country has this constitution. Okay, so Nelson Mandela said that I pledge to obey and to keep up the constitution. I won't go against the constitution. I promise that I will do as per the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being in the republic and its people, and I will do everything for the well-being of my people. I will follow all the rules and regulation. I will follow constitution. I will respect constitution, and I will do everything for the welfare of my people, of all the people. Okay, now you see on the screen, to the assembled guest and the watching world, I said, today all of us do by our presence here confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Now this is very, very important line. This para is the part of his pledge. What he said when he was taking oath, whatever he said, that is now we are going to see. So first para from his pledge is what? To the assembled guest and the watching world, the people, the dignitaries and the world leader who gathered there, to them and to the world who is watching, who is seeing what is the ceremony, to them, to everyone, to each and everyone, I said, I want to say what? Today all of us do by our presence here. that we all are present here. We all are. Those who are there in front of me, those who are watching from their country in different ways, to them also, their presence is also there. Confer means give. Confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. So I say today all of us do. We will respect this ceremony by our presence, and we give glory to newborn liberty. Why newborn liberty? Because first time this freedom is received by the people of South Africa. The first time they are enjoying the freedom, they are away, they are free from the racial discrimination. So let the presence of each and every one that gives the glory and hope to newborn liberty. Here, newborn liberty means freedom. Freedom against what? Freedom against apartheid. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society which all humanity will be proud. Now you can see from in the textbook, out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long. What was the experience? The experience of disaster, human disaster that lasted too long, but that was from many years. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So what we have experienced from so many years, from that experience, the extraordinary human disaster, what we suffered, from that suffering, from that experience, what we are getting now, what born, okay, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. So what we are now, till now we struggled, we faced that human disaster, and now I am taking this oath. I am promising that that system which was the human disaster, now over. Now what the next type of the society which is going to come, that will be that kind of society on which all will be very happy and humanity will be proud of. Means now the time is there when the new society will be getting developed, and then all people will be happy and there won't be any racial discrimination, and humanity will be proud of that kind of society. We who were outlaws. Outlaws means, you can see in the yellow color it is given the meaning, refers to those countries which had severed diplomatic relation with South Africa due to the practice of apartheid. Here severed means here cut off, or they were not involved, they were not having any connection. Okay, and outlaws here you can say we who were outlaws means those who ignored us, those who have not observed. Okay, 1 minute. You can see from the textbook, because we who were outlaws means because of its policy of apartheid, many countries had earlier broken off diplomatic relation with the South Africa. Means because of this apartheid system, many countries were not having any kind of political or any type of relationship with the South Africa. Okay. So who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nation of the world on our own soil. So those countries, those who are not having any relationship with us, now they have given chance. Now they are standing with us. Okay. So to the host to the nation of the world on our own soil. So have given the rare, now read again. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege. Rare privilege means an uncommon right to the host. They have given this right to the host. Who is the host? South African people are the host to the nation of the world on our own soil. Means the countries who were cut off, the countries who were not having any kind of relationship with us. Okay, now those countries are there in front of me, the representative of those countries are there in front of me, and they have given this important privilege, important opportunity to us to welcome them in our own country. Means we are having this ceremony, and those people are sitting there and witnessing the ceremony. So we are very happy that those who are not having any relationship with us, now they are so much connected that they assembled here to witness this ceremony. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. So here Nelson Mandela tried to express his gratitude to all the guests, all the international guests, for having come to take possession. For having come to take possession means because they came there, okay, with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice. Okay, they are standing with us and welcoming us, respecting us, giving weightage to us. Why? Because we got the victory over the racial discrimination. Okay, so to take, again I'm reading, we thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of, you are standing with us, okay, of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice. Because this is what we are celebrating, that is a victory for justice, victory for peace, victory for human dignity. So you all are also there to take the possession of this victory. Means you all are also enjoying, you are also celebrating and welcoming this victory. Okay, so we have at last achieved our political emancipation. Emancipation means freedom from restrictions. So many restrictions were there on them, and now this 10th May they are there and they are celebrating their achievement. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Means at last we achieved that freedom from all kind of restriction. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, state of not having one's rightful benefit. We pledge. In the pledge, in the oath, he says what? We all, I'm the president, and on behalf of everyone, we all people pledge, we promise that now the people will be free from all kind of poverty, all kind of bondage, okay, all kind of deprivation means deprive means not having, means all will get all the things, all will get all facilities, everyone will be fully happy, satisfied, and their all needs will be fulfilled, their rights will be given to them. Okay, so everyone, all the people will be free from all kind of suffering, poverty, deprivation, gender and other discrimination. So nobody will be treated in a different way, nobody will be ignored, nobody's right will be taken away, and all will be equal, the treatment will be equal, everyone will be considered as equal. So now we all are taking this pledge that we will free ourselves from all kind of bondages, all kind of these, all kind of racial and other discrimination. Okay, so we pledge ourselves to liberate. We are going to liberate each and everyone from all kind of bondage of poverty, suffering, gender and other kind of discrimination. Never, never and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. So this kind of oppression, like the white people were ruling black people, that kind of oppression never, never, never will be there in the country. So thereafter, all will be considered as equal. Nobody will be going to rule, and all will be same, and no oppression will be there. No one will exploit. No one will trouble or torture the other person. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So the sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. So human achievement will be great, and sun will be always shining, and let this freedom always rule in South Africa. And then Nelson Mandela said that God please bless Africa. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe as a spectacular array means here display, a show of South African jets, helicopters, troop carriers roar in perfect formation over the Union building. As the moment Nelson Mandela said that God bless Africa, there was a display of helicopter, jets and troops. Okay, and from the picture I will show you, it was not only a display of pinpoint precision, the display of accuracy, correct point, correct accurate moment, okay, of military force, but a demonstration of military loyalty to democracy and to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. So that display was not only the display of precision, pinpoint precision means correct, accurate show, okay, and display of military force, but this display was display of their faithful, their trust, their loyalty to democracy, to the new government. Okay, and the government, what type of government? The government which was first time got elected, freely and fairly elected. That's why democratic government. There was this first time there was voting, first time people casted their vote and the government was elected, and this was a first time freely and fairly elected government. So the people showed their display to express their loyalty to democracy and to explain their duty, their trust on the government. You can see the picture, all the planes, this is in the sky. You can see the smoke which is coming out, that is of different colors. So only moments before the highest journal of the South African Defence Force and police and their chest bedecked with the ribbon and medal from days gone by saluted me, pledge their loyalty. Now here you just from the textbook again I will repeat that para. A few moments later we all lifted our eyes in awe. In awe means with respect, with fear, with surprise, as a spectacular array means display of South African jet, helicopter and troop carriers roar means making lot of loud noise, sound in perfect formation. They made one formation, the perfect formation over the Union building. So jet, helicopter, troops, they had one formation in the sky over the Union building. Okay, and that formation was exact, the perfect one, very accurate one. It was not only a display of pinpoint precision, means perfect, in a perfect order, appropriate, perfect placement, formation, and military force. It was not only a display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of military loyalty in democracy. They expressed they demonstrated their trust on democracy, not only on democracy but on to a new government, to the newly elected government that had been freely and fairly elected. First time they tried to express their faith, they expressed their trust, they expressed that they are so loyal to their new government, the government which was first time elected freely and fairly. So, in the sky, as soon as they took the pledge, in the sky there was, with a lot of big, you can say very loud sound was there in the sky, and all the planes with in a perfect formation, they displayed their respect, their loyalty, their trust on the new government. Only moment before, the highest general of the South African Defence Force and police, their chest bedecked, bedecked means decorated, bedecked means decorated with ribbon. They had ribbons, no? On decorated with ribbon means like when we have this Miss World and something, they wear ribbons, no? And on that it is written Miss World, like that. So their chest bedecked with ribbon and medal from days gone by. Okay, so here only moment before, just moment before, the soldiers, the highest general of South African defense force means the army force and the police, and they were having that ribbons, okay, and medals. They gone by means they marched and they saluted. Nelson Mandela saluted me and pledged their loyalty. Means there was a marching, the troops, army troops, they march in front of him and saluted him like march past. Okay, I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. And that moment, what he remembered, that this the police, the army people, many years back, 27-30 years back, they, instead of saluting me, they arrested me, and now they're the same type of, the same police and army people, they are all saluting me. Finally, a chevron of Impala jet left a smoke trail of black, red, green, blue and gold of new South African flag. Now South Africa, you can see, now this picture, from the picture you can easily see the colors of the smoke, different color of smoke, okay, is coming out from the plane. So these colors represent the color of the South African flag: black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. So finally, chevron means a pattern. What was the pattern? You can see this yellow line, this is zigzag line, zigzag way. So these planes are arranged in a zigzag way, and they all are emitting what? The smoke of different colors of the flag, representing the flag. Okay, so finally a chevron of Impala jet left a smoke trail of black, red, green, blue and gold of new South African flag. Okay, so for today I think this is enough. So I want you to go through the chapter, whatever I have explained. Please go through this little difficult chapter. You have to read again and again, and if you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, I hope you understood whatever I explained. Thank you so much.